Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Bree. This is my sister.
Hi guys.
She's Halie. I thought you were gonna say her name.
Oh, sorry, my name's Halie.
We're doing a video mostly for, she does Wellness Wednesdays. We're gonna get into all this, but basically she's a nutrition coach, and she gives her clients new information every Wednesday on tips on being healthy, whether it's for kids, for adults, tracking macros, not tracking, food quality, all that stuff. So we're pretty much just gonna talk about, like, we weren't always this way, we didn't always eat healthy, we do now, and we'll kind of talk about how that came to be, and then we just have some like tips. We'll talk about some myths or things that aren't necessarily true about nutrition, like kind of mistakes people make, stuff like that.
I'll talk about a little bit about what I do specifically. I was actually just having this conversation with my dad this morning that I would actually really call myself more of a lifestyle coach than just a nutrition coach. I might like rename it as lifestyle and nutrition coach because
I feel like you have to say both because lifestyle they might not know is nutrition.
Yeah, I know. I might say both just because I think a lot of people are scared away from what I offer sometimes, especially some of my athletes at the gym, just because, you know, they often think that I'm just going to tell you to eat this or to eat vegetables. Like they think, you know, I don't think they understand
You're
really
giving
what
them
I
a meal
do.
plan.
Yeah, and like them just giving you this meal plan, which I don't even do meal plans actually. I don't tell you necessarily what to eat specifically. I give some suggestions, some tips, some recipes, but I don't say like you need to eat chicken and broccoli for lunch and dinner, okay? So, you know, for example, a lot of my clients track macros, which are, you know, your calories are made up of macros, protein, carbs, and fats, the 3 macronutrients. A lot of them track that through an app called MyFitnessPal. Some of them don't do that at all. Like I have a new client, I asked her to log her food on MyFitnessPal just so I could see what she was eating, and then right now, like the only goals we're setting is can she eat 1 meal at home cooked by herself per day, and can she eat 1 serving of vegetables per day, and like that's our main goal right now for the next few weeks because everything she eats is processed, packaged, fast food. And, you know, I'm not just going to tell her, oh, here's your set macros when she doesn't even know how to eat real food.
Like you eat all this stuff. Oh, here, eat chicken, rice, and broccoli every day for all these meals. Like, it's not realistic.
It's not realistic. And, you know, typically I like to tell people, give them suggestions of what they can add in and not always take from them right away. And we'll get into, you know, common myths and mistakes, but that's one of the biggest ones I think I see is people go from 0 to 100 and then they can't sustain that.
Yeah. And if you guys don't know us in real life, some of you that are watching this probably do. If you don't know us, our family owns a CrossFit gym, CrossFit Q in Pennsylvania, so we're CrossFit coaches, and then she also does that as her second job. So we're like totally in this lifestyle,
Full-time.
100% full-time, yeah. Nutrition, health, working out, fitness, all that
Really
stuff.
quick, what did you go to school for?
I went to school for tourism and hospitality.
And I went to school to be an elementary school teacher.
We're
full-time CrossFit coaches.
Yeah. I had the gym open for like 4+ years, 4.5 now. Before that, like, me and my dad dabbled in some regular working out, Insanity, if you've seen those DVDs, The Y, same thing with her, Zumba, The Y, before I started CrossFit. When we were doing kind of that stuff, and even way back before that, we didn't know a lot of the stuff we know now, especially her. So I feel like a lot of people think we've always been this way, and we haven't. And the truth about a lot of people is they're uneducated. That's why things are the way they are with the food quality people are eating and just the unawareness of everything. But we wanted you guys to know we were there too. It just takes willingness to learn and being aware. Like, what are some of the things we used to do, like with our family background on how we used to eat?
Well, we went to, sorry mom, she took us to Burger King a lot for breakfast. That was like, you know, often we went there for, you know, croissant, egg, bacon, and cheese, or we would get cine minis.
To go on the opposite end. Mom did that. Dad would bring us like a bag of candy bars home. So there's 5 people in our family. King size. He would bring 5 candy bars in like a plastic bag from Wawa and be like, all right, candy bar surprise time, and like open the bag, and we'd all like reach our hand in, not know what we're gonna get, and like pull it out, and we all have these like king ass candy bars.
And that was regularly. Like, very often he would do that when he would come home from work. We thought nothing of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we always had a decent dinner. Mom always made us.
She always did, yeah.
You know, like
we had vegetables in every dinner
potato,
we had.
meat for dinner.
Yeah.
It was really more of probably
Snacks.
breakfast, lunch, snack type food. So I mean, school lunch, that's what I mainly remember. I would eat, I thought I was being healthy because I wasn't getting a huge meal. Not healthy, but better. I would eat like a soft pretzel and like 2 cookies for my lunch because I thought I wasn't eating that much.
Our pantry would be like every snack under the sun.
Goldfish.
Cheez-Its, Smart Food popcorn, Oreos,
cookies, Chips Ahoy,
cookies, yeah,
cereal,
cheese puffs.
Yeah, those cheese balls.
Literally all the processed stuff.
Tasty
and like
cakes.
we would eat fruit and stuff too. It's not like we ate just that, but we had no idea.
My mom did cook a lot though, which was good too for us. Like she cooked a lot of dinners, like we talked about, which was good. It was just, you know, we also didn't use the best quality meats or anything either. Like they just didn't know, and we didn't know.
And like a quick thing, a big thing that happened is I had a lot of stomach problems when I was younger, so my mom had to start grocery shopping because they figured it was high fructose corn syrups, things like that, which are added into pretty much like every single processed food, and then other things like look in your ketchup, look in all these things, and it's in there. So she had to start shopping for a lot of that, and I remember she would like be amazed at how hard it was to find options for the things we would normally get without that stuff.
Normal, but my dad was overweight and I was overweight. You know, and they started exercising, like Brandon started exercising at college, probably before that too, but you know, they did the insanity we talked about. Dad would do insanity above the garage. Then they tried to make better choices. Like we cut down on the amount of junk we were buying necessarily. And then when I got involved too, I remember like we used to take after workouts to like help with recovery. We would make smoothies, and we just started making little changes like that. Like, I don't remember like any huge major.
We didn't like clean out our pantry. We were like, oh my god, we're changing everything. It was just like over time it started changing.
I think that's what's sustainable for most people is small little things over time. That's what I try to get my clients to do is like, okay, you're getting regular Cheez-Its right now. Can you maybe get organic Cheez-Its for your kids? And it'll, you know, it's still
like that sounds simple, but it's
just like maybe a better quality choice. Can you just change that out this week? Next week, can you only buy organic beef instead of, you know, conventional beef?
Right.
Like little tiny things progressively. And I think that's what we did over years. We just got better and better and better with the choices that we were making with our grocery shopping. Now, we spend a crap ton of money, and we go 25 minutes to Kimberton's to shop at a really high quality, like whole food grocery store. We still shop at Giant, obviously, like it's close.
But the things you can't get at Giant are super important to get there. Okay, so we just want to talk about, I don't really know what to call these, but we'll just say like common myths / mistakes. So the first one we'll talk about, sorry, we have like a little list down below if we're looking down. It's consistency, and it's throughout the week, and how, you know, weekends can kind of derail people from their plans. So
yeah, I mean, I think it goes along with the thought that people think that they have to be 100% all the time, when realistically, you know, we try to be maybe 85 to 90% majority of the time, and the other 10% we're not as perfect as like you could be, you know what I mean?
A hard thing for people to understand is like, so a lot of people will be really consistent through the week and then like dump it all away the whole weekend. That doesn't have to happen, but you can be flexible. That doesn't mean you can't go out and like get pizza on a weekend or go out to dinner with your family, but you have to be able to like adapt and not say like, oh, my whole day is shit now, like I'm eating whatever. Like, you just can't go off the rails like that.
Yeah, and that's all comes down to your mindset. Like probably 90% of nutrition is mindset, and the other 10% is actually the food that you eat.
Yeah.
But in reality, like if you eat 10 cookies one night, you just let yourself go, the next day you should be like, okay, I want to eat as best I can today because yesterday I ate 10 cookies, I want to do better today, instead of thinking, oh, it's ruined, I ruined everything I was doing, let's just keep going with it. Because in reality, you're making it worse.
People will eat like, say like 2 or 3 cookies or whatever, satisfies their craving, they move on with their day, like back to normal, whatever. Then there's people who eat 10 cookies and then they're just like, let's go eat whatever. Like, you need to be able to be the first option. Like, you can still have those things, it should satisfy that craving, you feel okay, you move on. That's everything. We just covered 2 points. The other one was kind of all or nothing, which goes into consistency. It's kind of the same.
One of the things I tell clients all the time is you don't have to be perfect. You can make better choices, not perfect. So even if you're out of a situation and you randomly have to go out to lunch with your coworkers and you weren't planning for it, all you have to do is make the better choice. So maybe that you order the burger that you want, but you get it without the bun and you get sweet potato fries. Or you get the burger with the bun, but instead of the fries, you get a side salad. Like, those are better choices than going like as far as you could onto that end of the spectrum.
Majority if that sounds bad, but majority of what a lot of people are doing or trying to do or think is the right answer for nutrition, whether they're CrossFitters or they're not, is things are not sustainable. People go all in 100% and they're doing that for 3 weeks, and then they feel like they're just gonna burst and every like single food that they love is staring at them and they just wanna eat it. Like, those things aren't sustainable when they're so strict like that. Like,
I don't like the word diet for using it in the context of, you know, you're going on a diet. I use the word diet and I just talk about, that means,
it means
to me
what
what
we're
you're eating in general.
our nutrition.
If you have to label what you're doing any specific way, then typically that's not very sustainable. So sorry, but like keto and, you know, paleo, Whole30, like Beachbody, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying if you have to label it, then that sounds to me like it's temporary and it's not something you're able to sustain for life.
Right.
I mean, even tracking macros, like I don't expect my clients to do it forever, but I'm teaching them habits to maintain for the rest of their life. And then after, you know, tracking is done, you take away the food scale, you take away the app, and everything should be the same basically.
Well, because at that point you're aware of what you're eating, and also a lot of what she's doing and we try and promote is like the quality of foods. Macros, I feel like, is a way to control like what you're eating as far as amounts, and then quality is also part of it, but that's not necessarily, when you say like macros, that's not, you know, always meaning that for some people, because some people are following macros and eating Pop-Tarts and whatever they want, you know what I mean? So
like I'll get a new client that's perfect with their macros, and then I look and their fiber is super low, their sugar's really high, they're eating no vegetables, and they're eating like drinking 4 protein shakes a day, and I'm like, okay, you're hitting your macros, but I don't want to see that. Like I'll push people away from macros and towards food quality first, and then work them into macros if they can handle that. I would say the last one we'll talk about really quick would just be kind of going on with all in or nothing, is having to meal prep, and it has to be like super clean and boring. I hate saying that, but like just chicken and broccoli for your lunch, and then for dinner it's again chicken and a different vegetable. Like it doesn't have to be so boring. Like, you know, we spice up our food a lot. You know, we cook it different ways. We cook our meats with sauces, you know, organic barbecue sauce. We use ketchup with our eggs.
we also make multiple options for the week, so it's not like everyone's eating turkey every meal of the day for 5 days in a row.
No, I can't do that.
No one
if
wants
you're
to do
someone
that.
who's like super short on time, then I would recommend, I always say the rules of 2, so make 2 types of proteins, maybe 2 types of carbohydrates, like, you know, rice and potatoes or something, and then have at least 2 types of vegetables, and you can mix and match them in different combos throughout the week. But if you're eating the same thing for lunch and dinner for 5 days straight, like when you get to the weekend, you're gonna wanna go hog wild because you're sick of those meals. So if you can spice up your meal prep, use a different seasoning, use a different sauce. If you're always cooking chicken, like you're gonna get the same nutrients from chicken. Can you swap that out for turkey or beef or steak or something different, seafood? You know, variety is key in quality nutrition too.
Like, you have to be okay with learning to eat more, like especially when she tells people that a lot of times they never believe that that's going to be like the answer for them. Most people are under eating. Some fathom that their body's going to lose weight by eating more food, and it literally happens like every day with her.
Seriously, like this sounds terrible, but I was cheering the one day when I had someone that came to me that was overeating more than they should be, because I was excited to be able to get to help them bring it down to a more normal level so they could lose weight that way.
Because you're always trying to get people to eat more.
Get clients that aren't losing weight and are coming to me not eating enough, and then I have to say, oh, you need to go on a reverse diet, which is basically eating more calories to what your body needs to sustain itself, and they don't believe me in the beginning ever. And, you know, I have a classic client right now who went from like 1,200 calories, she's at 1,800 right now, has lost at least 5 pounds, feels so much better, and she's like, I never thought that would happen. Because no one believes me, but you gotta try it, okay?
People never believe how much I eat either.
Yeah,
she does my macros.
Yeah, she eats a lot.
Right now I'm eating like 130 grams of protein, I think 80 fat, and 365 carbs. Like, I mean, we work out a lot. Don't fear food or carbs.
Yeah, carbs, they're so good.
Carbs are so good.
Quality
You
carbs
need
too.
them. You need them.
Yeah. My one tip for you guys to start doing this week would be to eat slowly when you eat your meals. You know, I know so many people that are off to the next thing are rushing and they're just shoveling down their food. I'm not even kidding. Use your phone. I don't like you using your phone. Don't go on it, like don't go on social media. But just take out your phone and put on a timer when you eat either dinner or lunch, and time yourself as you normally eat. If it takes you, let's just say, a minute to eat your dinner, then the next time you eat dinner, I want you to see if it can take you 2 minutes to eat your dinner.
Yeah.
The next time, I want you to see if it can take you 3 minutes to eat your dinner. Basically, what you need to do is slow down, chew your food like at least 10 to 20 times per bite, which sounds ridiculous. Chew your food, eat slowly, put down your fork between your bites, like and don't be on your phone, don't be distracted, and sit down while you eat. Like find 5 minutes where you can just eat a meal slowly, and I guarantee you'll be more in tune with your hunger and how you feel and how satisfying and that meal is and how good it tastes.
Another tip, this doesn't even have anything to do with what you're eating, but don't let anyone on social media or anyone else in real life or anything make you feel bad about yourself. Like that is one goal you should have for this week. Like if you're scrolling through Instagram and you see a picture of someone and you're like, oh, like I wish I looked like that or something, like change your thought process. Be like, what am I doing to help myself look better? That person looks great, but so do I. Like that's the way you have to start thinking. You can't just like scroll by and be like, oh my God, look at her, like what is she doing? Like, and then you're like, oh, what's a quick way I can get like that? You know what I mean? Like this is all consistency. It's all over such a long period of time.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be patient.
I have to remind myself of that too.
Yeah. Okay, so if you guys watch this, we're gonna do this every couple weeks. So anything nutrition related, if you have any questions, drop them below, leave them there. We'll post Instagrams and stuff also asking for questions.
Yeah.
The next couple of videos, we'll take questions from you guys, answer some of that. We'll ask our clients if they have any questions because they usually have good ones. And just let us know. But make sure you subscribe, click the button down below.
Head to my website if you have questions too. www.quadslikehalie.net. And then, you know, my email, you can get in contact with me with email through there if you have questions too, or
I'll put her information in the description box below too, all her social media and her website and stuff like that, so you guys have it.
Cool. Thanks for having me on
Thanks
the channel.
for watching. Bye.